What's your understanding of teenage pregnancy?
I'd say that teenage pregnancy is an individual who decides that they want to have a baby, or sometimes it's not planned, anything from the age of 11 to 18 or 19. It's not just about the pregnancy either, it's a lifetime commitment, and it's also considering the options when it comes to having a baby.
Although being a teenage parent can be a positive experience for some, this is not always the case. Can you describe some of the struggles a young parent may face?
A young parent may face issues, especially in the financial area, of struggling to cope with not only supporting themselves but their young child if their parents aren't supportive of the decision they've made on purpose or accidentally. So it can be really tough, but especially emotionally and for their education, it can really be a blockade if they have a whole other person to support throughout that person's childhood. You know, it can be really difficult for them to also carry on with their education and pursue opportunities.
Teenage pregnancy rates have reduced dramatically in Telford, from 183 conceptions per year to 60 a year. Why do you think it has reduced this much?
There have been more and more workshops in terms of schooling in colleges concerning sexual health and the understanding of teenage pregnancy, but I think with increased discussion about universities and apprenticeship options, I think young people's eyes have been open to what their options are in terms of their career future. I think it's really important to understand that aspirations are flexible, and with teenage pregnancy perhaps that decision to have a child so young isn't as flexible.
So we have noticed a change with the young people we see in the drop-ins are already sort of being proactive and getting contraceptive methods either from the local clinic or they're signing up for the condom scheme via pharmacies.
We still have opportunities to ensure that teenagers do not experience unwanted or unplanned pregnancies. What should we continue to do or start doing to support this?
I think the campaign of getting out to especially Year 9 girls and boys, you know, to respect their bodies and you know, respect one another if they do decide to engage in, you know, sexual activity, that they are safe and they do everything they can to prevent pregnancy. I think that's rather important. And I know that's been put out in schools a lot, and I think it should continue to do so. Also, you know, letting young people know there are loads of opportunities for them that can often be limited if they decide to have a child at such a young age. So, you know, allowing them to have those opportunities and giving them the information they need to have safe sex and respect one another, I think that's the most important thing you can do.
We've actually set up a clinic at the moment, Park Lane, after school. That was to cover the holidays. We're working with sexual health services.
How can we share information and communicate with young people about keeping safe relationships and teenage pregnancy?
Young people are so connected with their social media platforms, things like Instagram, things like Snapchat and Facebook. It's the best way to spread awareness and to spread ideas. The workshops, again, that are being brought into colleges and into sixth forms, into secondary schools. But I think social media is the first platform, and it should be used more often.
Do you think that access to services is good for young people?
Yeah, I definitely think as a young person myself, I've been made aware of everything that's available to me, you know, through school leaflets and things we've been given, and you know, we've been told where we need to go if we feel we have problems in any area of our health.
And I think another medium that Alex has just mentioned about raising awareness and understanding more about sexual health and teenage pregnancy is through leaflets like the Respect Yourself leaflet. And it is very much about respecting yourself and respecting your body, but it's also about respecting each other. It's important that young people don't feel ashamed and they don't feel embarrassed to go and visit these areas, because it's so important that they have that understanding and that they have that respect for themselves and for each other. So I think that's what's important.
Yeah, definitely.